Alrighty then. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5. Now I understand why YouTubers are never sure which episode they're on. Episode 5 of the Glitch Exhibition series. We're gonna look at Grimsby 2, or Conversion, today. Now this is the first level
Sergeant Hale, come in.
that has
I'm seeing
a
more hybrid patrols now.
very,
They
very
must know we've
large
escaped.
out
Be
of bounds. And essentially we're exploring not just the inbounds area, but we had to explore the out of bounds area as well. So there's nothing in this first area, so I'm just gonna ignore these first few enemies. In fact, there's nothing up until we get to this room here. So we have a cutscene we gotta skip. Let's make sure no one's over here shooting at us. And now for the first interesting thing. So, I mentioned super jumps a few videos back and said they're kind of difficult to do single player, but they are possible. This is going to be an example of a place where you can actually super jump. So, if I can remember which one it was. One of these. Cutscene room, wall, climb, left doorway. This doorway, you can get into the wall. Oh, there we go. And you'll see, it just shoots me right on up. It happens on this side, specifically. You get in, and you ride it up. Now you have to be pushing forward, or you'll just hop right back down like this. This same tech is utilized in some other levels. In single player, there's only one skip that really relies on this. And I'll point it out when we get there. But multiplayer has a couple skips that do, or a couple out of bounds that you can do that on. But yeah, it allows you to get up here. You can also get on this wall. You can also get on that wall over there. But it doesn't do anything, unfortunately. So now, I'm going to go trigger a checkpoint after I kill these guys, because we're going to go out of bounds, and the checkpoint will be a quick way back in, so you don't have to watch me do all of this again. So once we die, this door we just opened is going to be closed again. So I only have one chance to talk about this. Okay. So what you can do here is these stairs here where we just fought. Stairs are a weird thing I want to talk about really quick. So with stairs, you notice I'm doing this like bounce going down them and then going up. When I hit them initially, I like crouch into them and it slows you down. I've noticed that depending on which way you take stairs, like if you take these stairs this direction, you get that catch. This direction, you get that catch. This direction, you get the catch. This direction, you get the catch. But some stairs, you can approach them at different angles, and it actually won't catch you and slow you down. Or going down them, you won't get this bounce. But anyway. So what you want to do is, get on top of this wall here, which is pretty easy if you can deal with the stairs. Now from here, it's just down, across, and jump. You're going to want to mash the jump button so that you hit this fence and jump up and over. But once you're there, we're now out of bounds. So the way Grimsby is structured, all of the levels are actually together in one area. So this right here is actually... Why not? This right here is actually Grimsby 3. We're just outside of it. This is the end gate right here. And this is where the level ends. And I'll talk about this more when we get to Grimsby 3. It's a little different because none of that back section of the level exists right now. So we can actually hop around this wall. And we're now in the end of Grimsby. But the end trigger doesn't exist because we're in Grimsby 2. So you can't actually do anything yet. So there's a few things I want to talk about out here. Just some interesting things. This whole out of bounds is unfortunately useless. But I spent some time exploring it for the sake of exploring it. And just for fun. So I'm going to point some stuffs out for fun. If I can remember where they are. I think it's this one. When you try to clip into this, it hurts you. I don't know why. I also did not break that with a melee. It broke on its own. So you see I started clipping, but now... Oh, not this one. Alright. So yeah, one of those windows, it randomly does damage to you when you clip into it. One of these houses is broken. Oh, this one right here. We'll just walk into this house. This wall's not real, so you can hop up here. You ever playing, like, I don't know, hide and seek with your friends because you're in this game and you're bored as hell? He'll never find you there. Now I want to talk about this area on the other side of the street. So you want to excuse me. You want to be careful here because right here you'll actually fall through and fall to your death. So that's where we're going to kill ourselves instead of wasting a grenade. Even though a grenade would be fine. This right here, this is Grimsby 1. You might recognize this. So this window right here, you can actually get in and clip right here. But I'm not going to do it because if you clip into this, every time I tried it, you actually get stuck literally in the window. And the only way to kill yourself is with an explosive, or you're kind of screwed. So, as I said before, there's going to be a lot of soft locks coming up that are just unfortunate. But yeah, this is the little room where we get hedgehogs for the first time. There's a turret right there. And this is the big room that I was taught that we were in before, where we had the other soft lock. And then using this, you can also clip right here. think it's right here. It's pretty close to this spot, if it's not here exactly. Yeah. And I've tried and tried to get into this room, just in case, just to explore. And unfortunately, I think this is the furthest you can get. I've been unsuccessful in getting back into Grimsby 1, though I do think it's possible. And then I have a note here called where I said the right side is fake. Not entirely certain. Oh, I think that's this right here. I think I was just talking about how this gate, like, doesn't exist on the right side, and it's a little wonky. It's just a warning that there's something out here you have to look out for on the right side, because it doesn't really exist. You'll fall through it. So this is how I found out about this. I was trying to clip into this. I wasn't paying attention. And you just kind of fall. Or you don't. Up, up. So there, you see how I'm kind of like clipping? Then I'm also falling because I don't have anything under me. One of these did that for me. There we go. So, always pay attention to where your feet are if you're gonna try to clip. So now we're on the other side of that checkpoint we triggered. This room is pretty terrible. It's one of the worst rooms in the game. But it also has some really cool tech to it. Or not tech. It has some really cool potential. So I'm just killing some enemies to make our exploration of this room easier. Hey, that killed somebody. I like that. So the first thing is you can actually hop around the railing and walk along this. It doesn't give you much, but it does allow you to drop into the level, or into the room, faster by skipping around some enemies, which could, on like hard mode or something, be pretty good. You can walk along that straight to this health instead of having to drop into this area where there's about 4 enemies that'll shoot at you. Whoops. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh no, he's not gonna die. So if you throw a hedgehog specifically over here, it pretty much kills everything. And it's amazing. Let's see. Corner of final section. One of these corners does something. I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, so something interesting about these switches here is instead of using them to get through doors, you can actually come back here to this little height right here. That was obnoxious, Discord. To this little hump, and you can get on this switch. And now from on this switch, you can hop over onto this pipe, onto this pipe, and onto this door. So now I'm on top. You can see I'm out of bounds, technically. This wall, if you try to go on this side, you pretty much get hit by an invisible wall and knocked back in bounds. But on this side, this whole thing has a huge invisible wall that you can just walk on and over and around. It's pretty fun. Not really much else up here. I've tried exploring, but I've been unsuccessful in exploring it. Was it this corner that allowed you to get out? There's an almost out of bounds somewhere back here. One more thing that I'll point out in this room is you can, and I think this was actually intended by the developers, you can get on this, and then from here you can get on. Whoops, did it wrong. But you can get on to this thing here. Unfortunately, there's nothing up there, but it's still a spot you could get that has some potential. Okay. I apologize for not remembering where the corner clip is in this room. But it's just like every other corner clip that results in you getting about halfway through the wall, and then it's unable to continue the rest of the way through. One more interesting tidbit of knowledge on this level is all of these, you can actually hop around them. And the reason they're not really that important, except this one, because on this one, so you see right now, hop around, hop back, and I can just keep going. Versus, I could go this way. Now, I would always recommend you go this way if you need health. There's 2 health there. But if you do this, a menial spawns. Now, he's not that bad, but if you're not expecting him, grab the health, turn, get grabbed. Additionally, I'm sure you all can imagine this loop right here compared to that in terms of, you know, how long a level takes. Most of you aren't going to care about that. It's literally seconds in a hour and a half, hour 45 game, but still, where you can save time is where you can save time. Anyway, this is the end of the level, so I will see you all next time. Peace out.